Hey, my name is Tina Schlabach, and I'm an ordained Mennonite minister working in the community of Tucson, Arizona. And Tucson is 1 hour north of the Mexican-U.S. border, with Nogales, Arizona and Nogales, Mexico being right on the border. Because of our geography, there's a lot going on with immigration, and a lot of community work to be advocates for migrants in a state that has chosen some difficult legislation towards migrants, some unwelcoming legislation. So there's many community groups working for advocacy and justice. One of them is Casa Mariposa that I'm involved with, and we visit in detention centers in Eloy and Florence, Arizona. So I visit women, and I teach some of them Capacitar practices because they carry a lot of sorrow and trauma and stress. They live with the uncertainty of not knowing when they'll be released from detention, and most of them are mothers and have families elsewhere that they are so wanting to join again. So I have taught these women the finger holds and deep breathing practices and the tapping that they can do for themselves, and try to be a supportive listener in their lives. I am hoping to begin a Capacitar class inside the detention center, and I'm working with the chaplain now to go through the trainings and the hoops that I need to go through in order to have permission to offer such a class. So in 2014, I hope to begin to offer a Capacitar class inside at least one of the detention centers, as is being done in other places, such as here in El Paso. I'm also employed part-time by El Rio Community Health Center, which is a wonderful community health center with various campuses in Tucson, Arizona. And we have what's called life enhancement groups, life enhancement programs for patients who are motivated to set goals for their own increased health. And so I'm a spirituality consultant on a wellness team that also includes a nutritionist and a fitness specialist and a social worker. And my work as the spirituality consultant is to bring Capacitar practices to the patient groups so that they can take what works for them home with them and practice wellness and meditation practices in their own homes and pass them on to others too. So the more that I learn, the more I am able to pass on to these patient groups, and I feel very excited about that. And also I'm brainstorming how could Capacitar integrate more into the chronic pain needs of this clinic, and other ways that maybe El Rio might be interested in accessing Capacitar. There is an exciting visit coming up for us on the border. Pat Kane is coming to our area February 28th and March 1 and 2, 2014, in just a month. And so we're preparing for her visit. And she's going to work in Nogales, Mexico for 2 days at a wonderful neighborhood center called Hogar de Esperanza y Paz. And she's going to do a retreat for the leadership and other border ministries there. EPAC supports families that live on the border, families that work in maquilas, families that live with violence and poverty, and they are working to establish a cultura de paz, a culture of peace. And I know that they will be nourished by Capacitar practices. And then Pat will give a retreat on the Tucson side on Sunday, March 2nd to migrant groups who have empowered themselves and people who walk with them to learn self-care practices for themselves as well. These are some of the ways that we are already using Capacitar and some dreams for the future. So we hope to get a team going in Tucson like there is here in El Paso. And I'm looking forward to what lies ahead.